Southern BC is some of the most beautiful country on the planet. Not only is it rugged and amazing with diversity and tons of critters, but one of the most physically challenging places you will ever hunt. The lodging this outfitter had was amazing for how remote this hunt was. The reality is, we only slept there. We were in the woods every day, all day long. Hunting elk in BC is not only difficult because of the terrain, but it's also difficult because of the low elk density. Now the bulls there can be tremendous, but they're spread out. Day one found us on a 4-hour pack-in to where the bulls were. Remember, these elk live just below the mountain goats. My cameraman turned his ankle on this very first climb, and so it was me and the guide doing our best to film this hunt.
All right, we got a bull down below us bugling. You can see we're in cliffy goat country, but that's just BC. He's down below us. He's responding good and better. So we're gonna try to work him a ways up before we bail off into hell. We're gonna check the temperament of this bull. There he goes again. There he goes right there. So we're getting on it. So we ended up dropping way in there to work that bull. Super close encounter, had him at about 30 yards, just couldn't get the shot. Cow came into 20, wind swirling, shit blew up, frustrating.
So if you're not clear yet how crazy the country is where these bulls live, right there are 4 bulls in a herd, and when this camera pulls back, you'll be able to see where these bulls are literally living. So not only was the terrain tough, but we got poured on for 3 out of the 5 days. Now on day 4, I wanted to make sure I got a bull down. And so I told myself any bull that I got to come in that day, I was going to be flinging arrows. So like every other morning, we packed in deep, starting out at the bottom of this canyon that morning and hiking up into these upper tops where the bulls hang. So I ripped off a bugle and this little bugger came out of the timber about a half mile away. Now remember, my cameraman was my guide, so not super experienced, but we did get a shot of him coming in, even though it was out of focus. And as he came in, I knew he was coming like a dog on a leash. I didn't know if he could get to where we were. We had cliffs on every side of us, slide chutes. I didn't know if he could get there, so we set up in the best chute that we could, waited and waited, waited and waited, and he just never showed up. So down below, he must have got cliffed out, and I knew he was working hard to get to us, but who knew where? It had been, by the time I saw him again, almost 45 minutes since we had seen him last. And so I set this time lapse up, and sure enough, it's the way hunting goes. Sitting there checking out my time lapse, and up walks into the middle of the screen the bull that we had called almost an hour earlier.
You got video?
On video. I was checking my time lapse and he ran right. He was right. He was right there.
No. Oh, I knew he was coming up. I told you he was coming up that road. There was another shoot.
Dude, I didn't have an arrow out. I didn't get an arrow. He was right there looking at me. He was all out of breath. And so I put an arrow on. And just 10 ringed him. He was quartered away. Yeah.
Where'd he go? Which way to go?
That way.
Wait a second. Your arrow go through it?
Uh-uh.
Are you shorting the arrow? All right, I believe it.
Hell yeah, man. That's freaking awesome.
No way.
Dude, you guys want to see it?
Yeah.
No way, bro.
This is not a big bull, and I'm super proud of him. This country, it's literally like hunting mountain goats. That's where the elk live, is up on these gnarly cliffs. So to kill any bull here is a big deal. So here he is. I feel blessed. He's a beautiful animal. You know, getting a bull like this always humbles me. This is going to be incredible eating for our family. Thank you, God. Obviously, this bull was intent to feed my family because he came a long ways. And as you saw on film, it was serendipity, God, whatever it was. All I did is fling the arrow and call him from a long ways away, and actually gave up on him. So just feeling real humbled. What a blessing. Beautiful bull. Again, not a trophy in anybody's eyes, but no question, the book this animal will make is the cookbook, and that's what counts.